mention on it. I'm sorry.
The first question from me, I'm looking forward to the right for the nation. Why are you in Asaba? Nation to Asaba. I would know that recently you were appointed chairman of the governing board of Calamity across the country. We are here, so that got us thinking.
So, I'm in Asaba for a familiarization tour. My name is Dr. Mrs. Mary Idele Alile, newly appointed chairman of the board for Federal Medical Center, Asaba. And that was an appointment that was done by His Excellency, the President of this great country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that appointment was done in January, I think late January. And of course, I deem it very fit and I think proper to come to FMC Asaba and familiarize myself with the TMC, which is the top management staff, with the HODs, with the unions, and of course with the general staff, members of staff of FMC Asaba. And it's also very necessary to take a look at the hospital, do a SWOT analysis of how they are doing, understand the history of the center when it was founded, where they are coming from, where they are right now with assets, with infrastructures, with care providing, and then and of course to strategize our way forward. We must understand that the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cut across healthcare as well. And like the saying goes, health is wealth. So, and FMC Asaba, I've been here now since on Mondays or since Sunday, and must say that I'm pleasantly surprised by the unique movement or the speed at which this center have developed. I've just been on a tour around some of the facilities, interacting with some of the staff on ground, looking at the patient care. And I must say that I want to personally applaud the management staff of this center, the doctors, the nurses, up to the junior staff in this place. You can see that the whole facility is neat, clean, and they provide top-notch healthcare here. This afternoon, I just visited the neonatal and maternity ward. Fantastic. They have the equipment, they have the manpower, they're training doctors, they're training nurses. Yesterday, I visited the College of Nursing in Onochelku, and you just need to go and see what's going on there. Those are first-class facilities and first-class. They have first-class training equipment. The building, fantastic, and it was a serene environment. And I want to particularly congratulate the top management staff, and especially the MD. I must say that it's done very well. Okay, we have a lot of facilities as well that are not completed, a lot of buildings that are not completed, about 60% still ongoing. And we want to continually plead, like Oliver Twist, we must continue to ask for more. plead that we continually get enough funding to complete these facilities that are near completion. Generally, the staff here are happy, satisfied. We looked at the staff welfare as well. Of course, we can do better. And while sitting here as a board chairman, one of my aims and one of my goals is to look at the staff welfare, because a happy staff will work better. Look at the things that we need, look at the things that we are lacking, and look at how to ensure that our staff continue to provide the best healthcare possible to the people of Delta State and across Delta State for that matter. Just heard in the neonatal ward that people come across even as far as from, somebody said as far as from Enugu, and they brought a twin baby that were 24, 26 weeks old. And that is major and that is huge. So we must continue to see that we have first class infrastructures, first class equipment to be able to do the work that we are set to do, so that we are able to deliver on that agenda of the president of this country, the renewed hope agenda in health matters.
Thank you. Madam, sorry. I have just two questions. One is, you painted a very rosy picture. Are there any challenges that you think it would hamper or you think would enhance service delivery? And also to your vision? Because you're newly appointed and you are a medical practitioner, so you know where the shoe pinches. What's your vision? How do you want to position FMCs across the country generally?
I think there is no institution anywhere in the world that does not have challenges. What we'll do is to sit down, have meetings, and look at how we can overcome those challenges. Of course, there's one or two teething issues that I've seen. For example, cramped wards. We want to ensure that people have the space to move around. Because again, when you talk about healthcare, it's not just about the medicine or the fact that they need their drugs. It's also about having a good atmosphere to be able to relax. It's also part of healthcare. To be able to move freely, so not to cramp themselves inside a small room. So because of that, we want all our assets, all our buildings that are not completed, we want them to be completed. I particularly want to see completion of all our buildings in the next 2 years. They should be completed. People should be able, a department should be able to move into their purported buildings. And of course, one of the ideas that they've shared with me is that we want to start a training on healthcare assistants. And this is something that is it's needed across this country, needed all over the world. And that training, like a certificate course, I think, is something that probably will start in another few months' time, so that we are able to upgrade our healthcare assistants, and at the same time being able to give them a certificate, those of them that are already doing the job, being able to certify what they are doing, give them a certificate, and so that they can enhance their performance. Now, for me, I'm not a medical practitioner. I've got my PhD in political science and physiology. But however, I have a lot of background in the healthcare sector. I've been in the healthcare sector since 1991, both home and abroad. So I'm well versed in health and social care, especially abroad. and we will be able to have one or two inputs, which I have spoken to the MD about. One of the things that we cannot take for granted when you talk about healthcare is training. We must continually train our staff. The world is revolving. Healthcare is moving at a speed that is unbelievable. So what we knew in 1985 is outdated. We have new equipment. So getting new equipment in does not mean we have the facility to operate them. So you must also train the staff in those new equipment. They have different ways of doing things, and our staff must also upgrade themselves to be able to manage new equipment, to be able to manage new ways of care, of delivering care. There are new frameworks of care delivery on a monthly basis, on a daily basis. So we must be up and do it. And my vision and my dream for this center is to be at the top front of all the medical centers in this country. And I know, like I've said in the TMC meeting, the top management committee meeting, we can do it. We have the facilities already. We just need to do one or two things, dot our I's and cross our T's. And we should be able to be on the forefront of providing brilliant medical service in Nigeria as a whole. Because here they've got the facilities, they've got the doctors, they've got people that they have trained over time, and we just need to tap into those resources and give the people of Asaba and of course outside of the state the quality care that they deserve. And I must say that this hospital, we are on point. I was told that in the, I think, 2024, there were some figures in 2024 about performing the hospitals that are performing very well in Nigeria, and Asaba got was it 80 something point whatever percent, and that is brilliant. That is very, very good for a federal hospital. And like the saying goes, is it the Bible that says cleanliness is next to godliness? You just need to look around. Everywhere is so neat, and that is something that you cannot even take from this hospital. I came in, I looked left and I looked right. Beautiful, beautiful space, beautiful place. You sometimes you think probably you are even in a hotel. That's how neat this place is, and I want the world to see that we are here and we have hit the ground running, and we will definitely come out triumph in Asaba, in FMC Asaba. Thank you.
One last question. Yeah, and this is national. It's
Let's round up local first. Let's before we go national. You know, Asaba is generally a very neat place.
Yes.
So what's your target?
What's what?
Your target is FMC within, below, above.
No. My FMC, they are not below at all. I think they are operating. I think they are operating above average. They are definitely there as one of the top medical centers in the country. Because today I've gone round. I've done like a familiarization tour of a lot of the facilities and a lot of the departments. And what we've seen so far, what I have seen so far, I'm very, very impressed, honestly impressed. I see consultant doctors that are so passionate about what they are doing. Because one of the things we must understand is that if staff are not happy, they cannot produce, they cannot work to your satisfactory. So because they are happy, they are able, you can see that coming out in their work, you can see that coming out in the things they are doing. So, and I want to continually encourage the staff of this organization. Again, I'm here seated as the first female chairman since inception of this institution. I think I've had 6 predecessors and they've all been male. So being the first female, I intend to ensure I leave my foot in this sand of time. Thank you.
So let us look at Zappa syndrome.
Yes.
Committed to tackle it. Now that
I think these organization, they have done so well with this Japa syndrome, so well in the sense that it has not affected the center that much. One of the things that I'm also very impressed about is that they've been able to recognize if somebody have left. Again, you cannot stop people from movement. The people will move. It doesn't matter. It's about what they want to do. Every family have the right to movement. So, but one of the things that they've been able to do as an organization here is that they within a month they are able to identify if you have moved out of the system so that you can be replaced. I've seen organizations where years people have jackpot 2 years and they are still on salary. It's something that I can't even understand how that is possible. But without mentioning names, I've heard some horrible stories of somebody living in England and still collecting salary in Nigeria for the next 2 years. Such a thing should not even be encouraged. Such a thing should, so it's not something that should be applauded at all. I mean, if you decide to jackpot, then jackpot and then leave the next person to take the job. So you cannot hold a job in United Kingdom at the same time hold your salary in Nigeria. So that is something that is not fair on the next citizen of this country. And in FMC at Asaba, because that is also one of the things we looked at. And I was in the admin department. I saw that they have a system in place that each staff in this organization, they do biometrics on a monthly basis. So if you are not available to do your biometrics, oh well, we'll take it that you have moved. So you didn't do biometric the first month, the second month, the third month. Well, we can't find you, so why should we pay you? So those are the things that have been put in place in this place, and that is, it's worked very, very well. And I must applaud that idea. And I will even say to the whole of Nigeria, if you are finding difficulty in identifying who have jackpot, you should be coming to FMC Asaba to ask them for the method they are using here, because it is working. We want to be able, we don't want to waste money in this country. We are working so hard to ensure that everyone, regardless of where you are and who you are, that everyone is being taken care of. And of course, we need the money to do that.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Okay, you're talking about projects, trying to prepare the projects around, talking about training of staffs, it's very important. Sometimes updated ideas, you need to improve on that one. Everything you're talking about based on huge finance.
Yeah.
Help me understand. I know that currently we all know federal government is facing based on cash crops and inflation. How are you going to go about it?
No, but we, even though again, there is no country that does not have finance management in place. But however, the budget of this year, His Excellency have signed the budget for the year 2025. So budget have already been signed. So allocation for those building, those assets that you're saying, if they are in the budget of this year, procurement will take place and those buildings will be completed. As long as we have them in the budget, we will complete them. And also, sometimes we also need to look within. As Nigerians, as citizens, yesterday, like I said earlier, I was in the College of Nursing in Onitsha. Yes, I was there. And yes, and from there we visited another a well-meaning Nigerian that's a philanthropist that have seen to the success of that School of Nursing. He's done so much, he's done so well. As an individual, donated boxes to them, build hostels. That is not the federal government money. That's an individual money. So even as an institution, we need to look inward. They are well-meaning Nigerian citizens that love to give, that love to donate something whatsoever, no matter how small it is, as long as it is used for the betterment and for the improved health of the citizens of Asaba, even in Nigeria as a whole. Because I also, one of the things that is very good that this hospital has pioneered is their orthopedic center. it's a first class center where they have operations, knee replacement, joint, hip, and all those things, and they are doing it very very well. So it's not only being utilized by people that live in Asaba, but people are coming from all over Nigeria, come here to come and get this treatment. And again, if we have people that can support our facilities, we will reach out to them. We are all Nigerians. We love our country, and of course, we want to see FMC Asaba succeed. So those are one of the things that we will also do, in as much as we have the budget that has already been passed. And I want to see that all these have built assets, properties that we have here are completed. The good news is that majority of them make it back to budget, and in another 6 months, 8 months or so, we will see us completing these properties, and you'll see us reaching out and opening them and making sure that they are being used for the purpose that they are built for.
Madam, partnership. Please, the public would like to know the name of that individual.
That but maybe he doesn't want his name to be mentioned, but is a
One more.
Look from my side, let me quickly have this because it's closely related to what Madam was saying.
yes.
Madam, I have observed that the quest for Federal Medical Center to generate much funds, internally generated revenue, is having its toll on patients that come here to access healthcare. Many of them are complaining about the high bill. I don't know whether you have been privy to that.
You know, healthcare in this country, I would say it's free. It's next to free. Healthcare, it's like I said before, health is wealth. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. And I know that even the internally generated revenue in this facility, because I have looked at the books, it's not even something that will say, oh, there's money to be made, because of the fact, how many minutes have we sat here? Power has gone. You guys, you're seeing it, and we're still waiting. Now, if you have a hospital that you are running, I talked about neonatal, those incubators must be on power 24 hours. You're talking about the operating room. They must have light. We can't operate with torchlight. So they must have light 24 hours, the emergency care. So all these things, it comes into play. We must have generators. We're looking at how we can partner with organizations that could, give us solar light and things like that. I mean, we need to get the revenue from somewhere. And I know for a fact, having looked at the books, they are not expensive, Mr. Sir, they are not expensive. Health, they say, is wealth, and it's something that we should continue. We want to ensure that we want to get an hospital where we'll have 24 hours light, because that is it. Because when you looked at that baby, I just talked about 20 something weeks, twins that they said they just flew in, 20 something they just brought in. You don't want to off that incubator at all. We want to have the power going, and we will get there. But I know that the bill in this hospital, sir, it's fair. It's fair.
Okay, yeah. So
One last question.
Yes.
This one is a national issue. It's been trending now. We just want you to share your thoughts with Nigerians. At the National Assembly, the senator has actually been in the news. The senator has actually been in the news where it's a exchange of hot words between the Senate president and she's a woman, and I wonder what your thoughts are, especially when she has come out to say that she's been sexually harassed, of accusation, counter accusations that we've seen. So I just want your
your position.
No, you know what? which means you've not been very, very active on the news. If not, you will know that I was on Arise.
Yes, you spoke.
And I spoke on Arise, on a live program for that matter, so I wanted to catch up on
No,
that.
he's aware.
If you're aware, then that's it. That's my
No, he's
position.
asking your position.
No, that is my position. I was there.
If any hint, go on.
Yes, go and do your research because I spoke about it. I was on Arise and it was a live program for that matter. And they asked me the question and I told them my view. I told them where I stand. I told them everything as a national woman leader, not as a board chairman. But again, as a national woman leader, that is on Arise, is on the news. I'm sure it's on the internet everywhere. So catch up on that.
We understand exactly your point. But the point we are
It's a
making
new
is,
dimension.
the point we are making is, since then we've had even the wife of the Senate president has threatened. She's actually in court, and everybody's in court. I just wanted your view so that young people. I mean, how do you counsel young people?
National woman leader.
So the thing is that, as a national woman leader, like I said before, it doesn't matter how you twist the question. I've told you, my view on that is on Arise News. And Arise News now, they put it on internet.
But in defense of the Senate president.
No. Which means you didn't watch it properly. So it is on the internet, it's going to be on the internet for another generation. So you can still go back there and catch up. Because the thing is, like I said, in every organization, and I'm repeating what I said, this is not news. In every organization, there's an internal mechanism. Is there not? There's an internal mechanism of dealing with things. We should go back there and we should sort it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, thank you very much.